Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day of mathematics. Whoop, whoop. Warm-up 56 should pop up as soon as you log in. That shouldn't take you more than, 4 minutes? Send me your warm-up as soon as you're done. Copy and go. All right. Check your work on your screen. There's the box plots. Good, yes. All right. Copy the agenda for today, warm-up 56, cumulative review, and tonight's home play study guide problems numbers 13 to 22 only. 13 to 22. All right. Also a reminder, here's a code for your study guide in case you forgot. Once again, 9SEDQ, 9SEDQ. You can find your study guide in there. All right. Also, last night's home play was numbers 1 through 12. So let's turn that in on Canvas. Let me open up that assignment. All right, so once again, 1 through 12, turn that in on Canvas. Set up a Cornell note. I'll give you some time for that. Go. So please, pretty please, make sure you work on your home plate. Here we go. Let's get started. Y'all ready? Here we go. Number 1, it reads, in the cafeteria, sometimes salads are served and sometimes fruit is served. So, let me forward that screen to you. All right, so let's put in some practice. Here we go. Underline salads in green and fruit in red. Linda notes that out of 15 days, how many total days? 15. So I'm going to underline 15 total days. I'm going to do that in a different color. Out of those 15 days, 12 days were salad, and 3 days were fruit. That's what they served. Okay. Let's see what they ask for here. It says, predict how many days of fruit is served. So what color am I going to use here? Red, because they're asking for fruit. Are they asking me to figure out salads? No. So that means I'm going to focus on what I underline in red, which is the fruit, and come up with an equation. Let's see. Out of how many total days? 15. How many days of fruit? 3. So my fraction would be 3 over 15. They want us to predict how many days they're going to serve fruit if it's the entire school year. What is the entire school year? 180. And we want to figure out what x is. Therefore, cross multiply and solve. 15x 540, and then we solve. Divide by 15, divide by 15, 540 divided by 15, fits in there 3 times, 45, subtract, that's 9, bring down the 0, 15 into 90, that's 6, subtract, that's 0. So how many days are they going to serve fruit? 36 days. So with that said, send me your notes, please. I want to see that you're taking copious notes. 10 seconds. Good afternoon, Mr. Q. A factory produces 28,000 computer monitors per day. The manager of the factory claims that fewer than 870 defective computer monitors are produced each day. Therefore, in a random sample of 200 computer monitors, there are 3 defective computer monitors. Determine whether the manager's claim is likely to be true. So let me forward that really quick. You are going to send me your notes. Here it goes. So what are they asking for? Well, they're asking for us to see if the manager is right. What is the manager claiming? He claims, or they claim, that fewer than 870 are defective. Fewer meaning what? Less than 870. So any number less than that should be true according to what he's claiming. So how can we get there? Well, let's see. What do they give us? They took a sample of a total of how many monitors? 200. How many were defective? Can we make a fraction with that? Yes, 3 over 200. That's from the sample. This is defective, and this is the total of the sample. All right. So according to the manager, or according to this problem, how many total are produced in one day? The total produced are 28,000. So we want to figure out to see if the number for the 28,000, according to the sample, gives us a number below 870. So what can we do with this? Cross multiply and solve. So 200x equals 3 times 28,000. So that's 0, 0, 0. 8 times 3 is 24. We got 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2. That's 84,000. And to solve, we just divide by what? 200. X equals, take away 2 zeros here from the end, top and bottom. So what is 840 divided by 2? 420. So according to the sample that was given, in a day of producing 28,000 monitors, how many are going to come out defective? 420. Was the manager right? Yes, because we got the number of 420 defective. Now, if you notice on your study guide, there were how many options with yes? 2. One of them was 420, and the other one was 425. Therefore, the one for 425 is not correct. We go with the one with 420, with a yes. All right, send me your notes, please. All right, here we go. Next one. At Rosa's summer job with a research company, she must get a representative sample of people for her town to answer a question about health habits. Think about this one. Make sure you're thinking it through as you're reading through these problems, because I can assure you this first portion is what's going to be challenging for some of you. Once again, Rosa, at her summer job with a research company, must represent a sample of people of her town answering questions of health habits. Now, let's start with they're asking us which of the following methods could be used to get a representative sample. Let's see. Would Rosa go to the hospital to ask people about health? Don't answer, just keep it to yourself. Would Rosa gather responses only from women? Will Rosa select people randomly from a computer list? Or will Rosa go straight to a fast food restaurant and ask the 10th person every time? Talk it over to your neighbor, let them know which one would be your response, and answer on your screen. Which would be the most logical method of collecting the data? Then we'll have Mia answer. Acosta, what do you think? Which one would you or your partner that you talk to say you selected? A, B, C, or D? All right, question. Would you go to a hospital where there's people that are ill to do a survey on health? Most likely not. Okay, that one's discarded. Would you only sample women? No, that's discarded. So it's up to the last two. Would you go to a fast food restaurant? Correct answer is C. Send that in, please. Gene pulled a random sample from a population and calculated a sample statistic. Gene can use this statistic to draw an inference about what? The corresponding sample parameter, the population size, the corresponding population statistic, or the corresponding population parameter. Talk to your neighbor, and which one would you select according to that? Give you some time, go. All right, so according to what we have here, do they give us any numbers? No, so that means which one are we going to discard right away? The size. We can't figure that out because there are no numbers. Next, if they're talking about that they started with what? Population. So what else do we discard? So we're left with these two. Now, hands if you say that it's C. Hands if you say that is D. All right? The majority of you went with C because you probably forgot what parameter is, so the correct answer is D. Bah. So make sure, return to your notes, revisit variables and parameters. Send that in, please. For who? Charlie. Yeah, thank you. All right, let's move on. There you go. Match the sample of students with a correct sample method. Every third student on the class list. Tell your neighbor your answer for that one. 15 seconds. All right. So, according to this, it says every third student. What did you say, Tessa? Answer is systematic. Hands, have you got that? That is correct. Send that in. Yeah, systematic is every second, every third, every fifth, every 10, every seventh, and so on and so forth. Let's go to the next one. Now this question, this problem should be aced by everyone. You guys are experts at manipulation, so here it goes. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I got it. It says, which survey question is unbiased? Meaning, which question does not try to manipulate the person that you are saying it to? So tell your neighbor which one would it be, the one that is unbiased. Unbiased. All right, let's go one by one. A, don't you agree that campus parking is a problem? Man, that's a little bit Passive aggressive, right? You're trying to convince someone with a question. So that one is being very manipulative. Saving money is important to you, isn't it? They're trying to have you save money, so that one's discarded. Is Smith interested in the job? Or did Mary lift a finger to help? Whoa, major passive aggressive. Answer, C. Hands if you got C. All right, I see. All right, let's move on to the next one. It says, determine the situation is an example of experiment or an observational study. So you need to know what an experimental or an observational study is. So before we answer the question, remind your neighbor what an experimental study and an observational study is. So you are the volcanologist. You're gathering data for when the temperatures, for when there was volcanic eruptions and when there wasn't. What is it? Experimental or observational? Hands if you agree with letter B. That is correct. And here's the question that you should ask if you are still confused with these is this. Is there manipulation of the data? Did the volcanologist do anything to the temperature? No, that's something they just gathered and did. All right, send that in. Let's go to the next one. And by the way, did you guys notice on the study guide that question was repeated? Yes? All right, good. Let's go to the next one. Daryl wants to know whether his car will get better mileage with a certain fuel additive. Focus. He fills his gas tank up without the additive and drives until the tank is empty. The next time he fills up the tank, he inserts the fuel additive. So the question, what are you going to ask yourself? Did they manipulate anything? Okay, so therefore, is it observational or experimental? Tell your neighbor, please. Looks like everybody got the correct answer. As the Beatles said, letter B, letter B, letter B. There it is. Yeah, it's experimental because he's doing something or manipulating. All right, let's move on. Next one. Camille gives a survey to two groups of people. One group uses high sulfate laundry detergent, and the other uses low sulfate laundry detergent. Tell your neighbor if that's experimental or observational. Send me your response. Correct answer. This one, some of you got confused with this one. However, question. Did Camille manipulate anything? No, so therefore this is observational. One more, here we go. You want to know if children of musicians are more likely to learn to play an instrument. Tell your neighbor if you gather data, if that's observational or experimental. All right, looks like the majority got A, which is observational. Oh, okay. Hands if you got A. A, my bad. Yes. All right, let's go to the last one from the home plate. It says, the manufacturer inspects 400 personal video players and finds that 399 of them have no defects. The manufacturer sent a shipment of 1,600 video players to the distributor. So, let's see. This is very similar to the ones we did at the beginning. I'll give you a head start. See if you can set that up and solve. Go. All right, thank you for sending me your notes. All right, so here goes the problem. So how many total video players? 400. How many were not defective? 399. But then they were shipped, how many total now? 1,600. And we want to know how many are no defects or non-defective. Therefore, 400x equals 0, 0. 16 times 399 is what? Bam. And then we divide by 400, both sides. X equals, take away the zeros. 6384 divided by 4 is 1596. Answer is B. All right, send me your notes, please. All right. So, tonight's home plays numbers 13 to 24. Therefore, log out from this live Nearpod, go into the code, and get started with the other section. Now, this next section that you're going to do tonight is focused on box plots and dot plots. That shouldn't be a problem because we've been doing this forever. So I'll stop the video right there. Some of you are going to come out on my YouTube video today, so make sure you say hi. Let's go. Huh. All right, enjoy. Bye.